Hey folks, Bo Cephas here, along with Nora, coming at you from the Red Rocket, her home. Since the last episode about her progress at Red Rocket, straightening it up and fixing it up, she's kind of had a little bit of change of heart, because she knows she is out there trying to help people, and she knows there's a lot of people out there looking for new places to live, safe places to live, and so on and so forth. So instead of using robots, she has decided to hire 8 people to take care of her house, her home, while she's out gallivanting across the wasteland or the commons. So she hired all these people to, farm and all that stuff and watch over the place. So now for the real reason, somewhere after I made that video, I overwrote the save or something like that. So I had to do a bunch of stuff all over again. But anyway, because I had to do all the stuff over again, I got to thinking about that. And, from a immersive standpoint, as she told Jake, she wants to help people, and helping people is giving them a job or to help take care of her house. So she did just that. She's got 8 people plus Codsworth. Not a whole lot has changed on the inside of the Red Rocket for decoration, so we'll make this fairly quick tour of what she did. She got rid of the robots, which, technically reloading a save from before then, I didn't actually have the robots. But anyway, so we'll start up front here with she's got 2 Minutemen soldiers as her security, and they're not at their post. So let's get them back to work. Well, it is getting evening time. There he is, one of them. But anyway, got the proudly displaying the Minutemen flag because she has fully embraced her role as the Minutemen General. We'll go back this way first. Got a nice little lantern up here attached. Of course, they had to have places to shower and use the bathroom, and I used the pieces from CWSS mod. So this is their shower and bathroom area. And they got the basics in here, the toilet paper, soap, towels, and all that. So some of the workers have set up their living quarters over here. Nice, neat little row. And of course, they have to have a laundry facility, which she operates. And I've got the Power Armor Garage. Another home over here. We changed Codsworth's home because I was having issues with that dog that came with what he had. So Codsworth has got this one. Nothing really changed over here. Here's the other guard post for my Minutemen security for the general. I had to add a couple more windmills. Added one there and one over there to generate a little additional power. I didn't want to put a power generation plot here, so we just used the windmills. So we come over here, and if you remember, if you watched that video, I had the white picket fence stretching all the way out to here. Well, as I started hiring these people, put them in plots, there was a pathing issue. They kept getting stuck behind the fence So I shortened the fence to here, added some, foliage and decoration and flowers and stuff. That desk won't stay there. That's to take our aerial tour later. But here's her front yard. Nice little pleasant front yard with some flowers over here in this corner with the tree. But real quick inside, nothing's really changed. I had to change out the bed from the renovated bed. I use this is my bed mod, sort of keep the settlers from laying down on my bed. I put this bed here. I might put a few decos up there on the headboard, but that's all basically that's changed in here. Almost got all the bobbleheads. I think I got 4 more to get. But all this is pretty much the same in here. And I went ahead and put this car back in here. I like that from the previous video that, from the save that got deleted. I liked having that car in here. That's a settlement management terminal from a mod for Sim Settlements 2. Comes in real handy. If you're not using it, you can get on here and get all the status. Sometimes you get some false positives with this though, so you just gotta look at it. The ASAM up here, you click on that, you can track all kinds of different things. But come out over here, I've got some hedges and stuff on the corners of my fences, and a greenhouse with some more living over here. Now, I don't expect these settlers to work 24/7, so they had to have a place to relax. So they got this little area here to relax. And
people are having to sleep in shifts. It's making everyone a bit cranky.
I don't know why I'm being told that. Every one of them has been assigned a bed, even Codsworth. But anyway, before I so rudely interrupted by that person belly aching, even though she's got a place to sleep. Put this out here for their place to relax. Added some benches over here around the pool table. And I got a radio here, but I can't play it for fear of
never changes.
Copyright strikes, because that's not a vanilla radio. That's a what? Red Rocket Radio Bob is what that is. But anyway, that is the changes made. Now that she has hired people to take care of her house while she's out and about. But anyway, that's not all I want to do with this video. I use a mod called Advanced Needs 76. I'm sure if y'all have watched it, you've seen it where she's got bathroom needs and stuff like that. Well, she's getting tired of eating the same old food over and over all the time. She's ready to go fishing. So after we do the evening aerial tour, I'm going to pause the video, let the time go by. And what Advanced Needs 76 does is add the ability to fish. And all the fish you catch, you cook up, have different stat bonuses and stuff like that. But let's take the aerial tour. I think I like this better than using the robots. And from a role play sense, it makes more sense that, she's got this big old place now and wants to help people, trying to make the Commonwealth a better place. she's got caps flowing in, so she created some jobs. People would come take care of her place. So now, this should be my last build, but I'm not going to say that for 100% positive that this is this is it for the Red Rocket. In a way, I'm kind of glad it worked out that way, losing that save like I did, because actually I like this a lot better than what my original plan was, having robots taking care of the stuff. But I don't plan on growing it any more than what it is with the amount of people here, unless I just absolutely have to add something. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with this now. I'm loading. All right. Go ahead and get that desk out of the yard. Look at that. They're all using my table. I put all that stuff out here for them to use, and they want to use my table. That's all right. The outfits from the VTAW clothing mod. It's not one of the outfits I actually used while filming. This is just outfit I'm using for this purpose. But anyway, I'm going to pause it here, and then I won't go through a detailed, in-depth breakdown of Advanced Needs 76. We'll go over some of the options. But plan on going fishing and showcasing that a little bit, what you can do and what the foods will do and all that stuff. So I'll be back probably morning time, in-game time, ready to go fishing. Okay, it's after the pause. It's the next morning, and of course it's raining. So, but we're going to get some prep stuff done first. First thing you'll need to do, well, let's go over some of this stuff in Advanced Needs 76 first. Alright, so Advanced Needs 76 by FlashyJoer. It adds a new level of immersion. It also adds, you have control over survival mechanics. It is highly recommended that if you're going to use this mod, you can locate it on Nexus, that if you're going to use this mod, do not set the game difficulty to survival, but set it to very hard. And the reason being is because you control a lot of things with this mod for your survival mechanics. You could really be punishing if you want to. But the need system, I've already got everything enabled, so I'm not going to go through everything, but in detail. But you have hunger and thirst and sleep. If you don't sleep, you'll suffer debuffs and possibly even pass out. Afflictions and diseases. What Flashy did was carry over a bunch of stuff from Fallout 76 for afflictions and diseases. If you're swimming through water or what have you, you can catch something. But there's various options here. The deficiency, if you use one of the medicines to heal yourself. You won't get sick for a little while, or something. There's something else that happens where it lowers your immune system. But you can adjust how you contract diseases and the disease chance. Bed bugs, I have the bed bug blocker on. I don't like dealing with that. I had the vomit blocker off, so if you get sick, there's an actual audio of you vomiting, and it shows vomit on the ground. So you can turn that off if you want. I leave it on. Combat conditions, you can suffer things like bleeding wounds, which he has bandages for with his mod. Meds cause thirst, I have off. Other drugs do, though. Food has weight, I have off. Healing blocker, I have on. Food won't heal you, only stim packs will. Sleep requirement blocker is off. It's required. If she stays up for too long, then she could suffer some drastic penalties, and eventually, if you just don't go to sleep, you'll pass out. Let's see. There's other things. Radiation poisoning level, I have it set to the default that comes with the mod. I have ammo weight turned off, but you can turn this on to where your ammo actually has weight. Carry weight reduction, you can use that. That's if you turn this on. I have it off. You can turn the encumbrance damage on or off. A gas mask for bad weather. There's also some patches on his webpage for download to make it compatible with other mods you may be using. Acid rain, protective wear for radiation suits, whatever. You got to be protected from the acid. I have all that off. I'm not too concerned with that. And then you can turn the sounds on and off. A hygiene system, it's enabled. I have dental needs enabled, and he just had an update recently, a day or two ago, where he has the ability to be able to craft toothpaste and toothbrushes, because you need toothpaste and toothbrushes to craft the toothbrush that you can use to brush your teeth. And I find that update very handy, because when I started this playthrough for YouTube, I went almost a month in game time of her not being able to find any toothbrushes or toothpaste. So she was having a charisma debuff because of breast tank. Bathing needs, you can turn that on. However, I used the CWSS mod, the working showers and toilets, and you get certain buffs, cleanliness buffs, and after you use the bathroom on one of those toilets, you get a little speed buff or what have you. However, he recommends, and even when you're installing the mod and turning things on, if it detects the CWSS mod, to leave this off. If you don't use CWSS, you turn it on. And bathing needs, you got to make soap. I've never used it because I always have the CWSS mod, but I think you got to make soap or use soap in a river or bathtub or something to clean up and all that. I have the menstrual cycle on. If you've watched some other videos, she starts going through that time of the month. And so she starts PMSing, which causes a debuff, and you got to use sanitary napkins and all this stuff. So yeah, all that is on. If you use AAF mods like Family Planning Enhanced, he has a link, basically a bridge between those mods and his, so it'll sync up with your menstrual cycle. I don't use those mods for my YouTube play, because a lot of the mods required for the pregnancy to happen, well, they're not safe in for work mods, so I don't use those for my YouTube. You can turn the noises on or off. I have them on. This is where you enable the bathroom needs, but I have it to where you do not undress for YouTube purposes. So I just go in the first person. A lot of times I try and take care of that before I start filming, but sometimes she's got to go. She's got to go. So, but you turn the sounds on and off. You can set the delays. If you go too long without taking care of your bathroom needs, you can develop a UTI, which he's got medicines for. Farming I've never used, but there's some detailed farming for food and stuff like that you can do. Fishing, which we're about to do, I have on. Fishing requires bait, I have on. We're about to go through all that, how to get the bait and all that stuff. There's a chance you'll get chunk and a chance you get fish. Default is 50, but I was finding out I've got it set to 25. 25 and 25. Food spoilage I have off, but you can turn food spoilage on, so all that food that you make, if has got timers on, like Fallout 76, and they will spoil. I have it off. Interactions for your water, fill bottles at water sources like your sinks and your wells and your water pumps and stuff like that. It'll give you purified water. You can turn this off, so when you drink your water, your bottle is gone, but I have it on, so I just refill my water. Coffee machine, I have a coffee machine in here. I think I showed it one time. I haven't used it yet, but eventually I'm going to. You can enable being able to sleep on a couch. And car scavenging, you got to have a wrench for. And I have the wrench, and I have it on, but I don't actually use it that much because I get so much loot with my and junk with the mod that I use, where you can loot all those boxes and stuff. So it's really kind of moot. I don't use it. These are other optional modules. Stealth Takedowns, I think, is a carryover from Advanced Needs 2, and one of his other mods where you can sneak around and take people down unarmed, I guess. I've never used it. I don't exactly know what the Settler Assistance is. I have ammo crafting enabled. He's got a recipe. You got to collect gunpowder or make gunpowder and stuff like that. And his last update he did, he added 4570 ammunition. I have the camping enabled, where you can throw down a sleeping bag and sleep just about anywhere, but there's other perks to the camping system. Your sleeping bag, you got a camp toilet, you can craft, store stuff at your camp, and all that kind of stuff, so, which is pretty cool. Game settings, I have all of them turned off, but you could really punish yourself with this. Cell respawn, you can control how fast the cells respawn. I have a mod that does that already. Damage multipliers, you can turn that on, and you can adjust your incoming and outgoing damage, so you could really punish yourself in a survival mode if you want. You can well, in very hard mode, you could set these up to where there's a possibility you can get one or two shotted or whatever you want to do. Legendary modifiers, I think that controls the spawn rate for legendary enemies. I just have that off. I go with vanilla. Healing rate, regular. Um, crippled limb healing. When set to survival mode, your limbs only heal with doctors or splint kits. I don't remember having that. I always leave it on regular because I don't have splint kits. I've never made any. I may switch that some of it, but you can disable your fast travel if you want, like vanilla survival mode. You control the spawn rate of all the different medicines out in the world spawns, all the containers you do. The thing about this is 80% chance not to spawn. Not the spawn rate, but 80% chance not to spawn. And I just pretty much leave that at all normal. You can take the red dots off your compass so you'll know, or minimal, your compass displays less information. It takes all the red dots off, I think, and it'll only show the direction you're traveling. It won't even show like the vanilla if you're getting close to something. If for some reason you need to uninstall the mod, you definitely have to click on each one of those to disable. I'm not sure what those do. I've never used them. But anyway, it adds a whole new flavor to survival mode, but you cannot have the vanilla difficulty set at survival. The highest you can go is very hard. It has some incompatibilities there, I think, with the vanilla survival mode. But anyway, first thing you need to do is you're going to have to craft yourself an advanced needs workbench, and that's the ammo bench, where I can craft all the ammo I need. And you can craft gunpowder. Don't think that's easy mode, because lead is a commodity, definitely. But advanced needs workbench, he's got some outfits, but they're not. I haven't converted them to use with the fusion girl body, so I never use them. Fishing bait. You need prepared meat, which we don't have, but we are going to do. I don't know what that shipment of fish. You need 25 raw radfish. I don't know. I never used it. Healing is where you can craft all your medicines, food poisoning cure. A couple different ways to craft them. Antibiotics for your UTIs and other diseases. Sterile bandages and splint kit. You know, I may turn that on. Craft some splint kits. I've got some sterile bandages already. Okay, so your hygiene is where you craft your sanitary napkins. You can craft a toothbrush and toothpaste, and then you have to craft this tooth to be able to brush your teeth so you don't get that charisma debuff. But anyway, fishing. I thought I had that enabled. Maybe I didn't. Well, that update might have messed up some settings here, so. Make sure fishing, it's on. Why can't I because I don't even see the option to craft it. Tools. There we go. Huh. Well, I'm not sure what's going on here because I have it enabled, but the ability to craft a fishing pole, I've already got one, but I'm not sure why. It's not showing you. You got to craft a fishing pole. I don't know. Maybe that with this update, it kind of made it disappear. I don't know because I've got it on. But anyway, I've already got a fishing pole crafted. So you got to put down. He has his own advanced needs 76 in the build menu. Crafting. There you advanced needs workbench and the ammo workbench, which we already have both. Cooking. You can set this out there or the stove. I got the stove set up. And if you don't use CWSS, you can craft the toilets you need. Oops. Stash. I'm not sure what that exactly what that does because I never use it. And compost, you can build fertilizer, disguise locker. There's all kinds of stuff with this. I've got a coffee machine, but I haven't gone over everything in this mod. I'm basically going over what things that I use. You can visit the mod page on the Nexus to get all the, cool details. What all this mod does. All right, so we need to prep food. All right. That's all there is to it. You walk up to it, hit the E button, and now I got the meat necessary to make fishing bait. Alright, so now we're going to make all this fishing bait. Alright, we'll pause it here while I make all this fishing bait, then we'll turn it back on when we're ready to fish. Alright, so we made a bunch of fishing bait. See if I can see. Miscellaneous. 495. And don't worry, I'm not going to make you sit through 495 casts with a rod and reel. But let's see, I have it hotkeyed to number 5. You got to be standing in the water. You can't fish from the bank. If you have diseases turned on, you could get a disease from fishing too. So there's a trade-off. So if you're wanting to play the game, but you're not really into questing at the time or doing any heavy stuff or heavy building and all that, and you have this in your lineup, this is a cool way just to kind of kick back and relax, do some fishing. At this point, I'm not giving any spoilers away for my Let's Play, but she's got a lot of things going on in her mind about what's going on and happening. So she's not just fishing, but going things over in her, going over things in her mind and her next course of action and all that stuff. But anyway, we'll pause it here. I'm going to do a bunch of fishing, and then when we come back, I'll show you what we do to cook the fish and what they all do. All right, she is done fishing for the day. And she caught more than just junk. I didn't use all that bait either. I did use it up down to 300 though. And I think I may have remembered it. I can't remember earlier we couldn't find where to craft the fishing pole. Let's take a look over here. Oh no, there's just a spinning. But anyway, you gotta craft a fishing pole. Something's messed up and I don't see it or what have you. But anyway, so now that I went off fishing, done. I have the better cooking mod. Fish. Here's all the fish that you can cook. Let's see, rads minus, it gives different buffs, healing, perception. That's all it is, just something different. We get all that cooked up. And there's one more thing I want to show you. Alright, so we do that, and advanced needs also has MREs. So to make the MREs, I left 100 prepared meat for this reason. Show you the MREs, but you'll want to gather all your vegetables. All your carrots, corn, fresh goods, fresh. Some of it may not take. Whatever it don't take, it'll leave it in your inventory anyway. Just take all that stuff. And you go back over to the prep stove, wherever it is you put it, if you use the mod. Decide you want to use the mod. You got to prep the vegetables. Their produce. There's no more raw meat left to convert. We need prepared produce and prepared meat to make the MREs. I got to remember where to make them. I think it was there at the workstation. There it is. Make your MREs. I can make quite a few. But we'll go ahead and call it there for now. I won't make you sit through me just cooking all that stuff. But that was all I kind of wanted to showcase on the mod. But you saw earlier that there is a lot of options, and you can really be brutal to yourself if you want to with Advanced Need 76. But anyway, I made sure to make a couple different saves of this one. That way, if I lose one, I got another to fall back on. But anyway, be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Thanks for stopping by. Be safe out there. Take care of each other, and I'll catch you next video.